Harley V Rod 1250. It's seen better days. It had a little oopsie, you know, just a little minor thing here. It's been off the road for a couple of years, and I'm gonna do what I can, you know, give it some new life. So starting off with addressing the foot peg here. It broke off from the frame, as you can see, and I'm gonna weld that back on. Before I do that, I need to create some space around the spot where I'm going to be welding, so I have to remove some of the shrouding and maybe the radiator from the front of the motorcycle, and possibly some of the exhaust here. We'll see what it looks like, kind of get things out of the way so that way I can get a MIG welder in there. And I live in Washington, hence the tarp, and so we're kind of out here in the rain in the back of my truck because I don't have a lot of space in the garage, and well, it is what it is. So let's dig into it. Got the heat shield off of that exhaust pipe. Got 2 bolts off the bottom of the radiator shroud and assembly. I'm going to remove this brake line here that goes from the slave cylinder to this hard line here, and that'll allow me to swing this out far enough so I can get in there with the MIG welder. That also means having to break open the hydraulic system for the brakes, which means I'll have to bleed them down the road. And then since I'm doing that, I'm gonna have to take off, I'm gonna go ahead and take this all off here too, to give me free and clear access to the place I'm welding. Alright, set up over at a friend's house. Got the MIG welder ready. I'm gonna get a tack in here and try to match it up with the other side as best as possible. So when this got laid over, the frame bent in, and you kind of see a wrinkle in the frame here. So it's gonna cheat that peg this way if I weld it back on directly with that brake. So I kind of want to weld it off a little bit to see if I can closely match the other side there. So I'm gonna set you guys down, get a little tack on here. close. It might be, that might have to be good enough. I think I kind of want it up a little further maybe. That's not bad. Alright, let's see if we can make this a little more solid. Don't judge me too harshly, but looks like I got it good enough on there. I was sitting on it, trying to beat on it, make sure it doesn't come apart, but those welds are gonna hold pretty darn good. So I'm gonna clean it up, spray some paint on it so it doesn't rust up, and then I can actually start reassembling everything. Alright, fast forward just a bit. I've got a new battery in it, put the air cleaner back on, filled it full of coolant, filled it full of oil, and now I'm going to bleed the rear brakes because I had to take the brake sleeve cylinder off. The reservoir for the rear brakes is behind this little plastic shroud here. It looks like I have to pull this little screw off to do it, so hopefully this, oh, nope, that's gonna strip that out. I gotta find the right Allen key. Fighting this a little bit. So apparently when this thing was laid over, either I don't have the right size Allen for that, which I find hard to believe because I think I've got every size there is, but maybe I don't, or that screw got damaged when it got laid over because there's some damage there. So it only makes sense. Either way, I had to cut a slot in it with my cutoff wheel here, turned it into a flat tip, so hopefully that does the trick. There we go. What a fiasco. Okay, there's my reservoir. Now I gotta get that open so I can add brake fluid to it and then bleed the rear brakes. Alright, so now to bleed, just like you do for your car, I'm going to pump this, and while my hand's holding it down, I'm going to crack that bleeder here in the back, purge the air, rinse and repeat until I get a solid pedal. All right, when the bike was laid over, it bent up and broke off this handle for the brake master, and by doing so, it must have caused the seals or something to rupture, or the O-rings to rupture internally, because it's not holding pressure. I can build it and I can bleed it all day long. It's just not holding pressure, so the handle will eventually go all the way, and then I'll lose braking power. So I'm going to take it off. I will likely need a rebuild kit for this, but I'm going to take it apart, take a look at the O-rings before I purchase anything, and make sure I get the right stuff. So first thing is pull off the fitting on the side here, this banjo fitting, with make sure there's 2 seals still there. The mirror and turn signal assembly that sits there has got to come off. And then you've got these 2 hex head screws that got to come off, and I believe that's it. Maybe there might be something underneath here too. We'll see. Got the deal off. It was just these 2 screws here, and then the one that's still on the bike, I had to loosen that screw up a little bit and popped right off. So what we're after is that plunger assembly inside of there. In order to get that, you have to pull the pivot pin out here, and that's a little snap ring. You take some snap ring pliers, pull that off, and this should just push out with your finger like so. You might have to pry it a little bit. That comes out there, and that exposes this plunger, and this should just pull right out with a pair of pliers. A little dust boot. Try not to hurt that. Alright, might as well just cut it at this point. There. Whew, that was a pain. And it looks like there's another set of snap rings in there. And I need a different pair of pliers for those. There we go. And now the whole thing should come out like so. I don't see any sort of damage per se, but that doesn't mean it wasn't worn out. So now I can order the kit I need, which should come with all of this. This assembly, oh, actually that is pretty scarred. I don't know if you guys can see that. Right there. That's some scarring. Yeah, so this probably was damaged. Looks okay down there though. So, time to order a kit. Alright. Got my new assembly here. Spring in first. Lubricate. Seals up. Remember, that's spring loaded. So it looks like I'm gonna have to hold that down while putting the snap ring on it here. Should be easy, right? Okay, come on. Probably should put this in a vise, huh? There we go. Okay. Not so bad. Okay, got it mounted back up here and bled the air, and now it's tight, not draining back at all. So that new plunger did the trick. It's working perfect. Got the foot one fixed, and I think this guy is just about ready to go. I'm going to take her for a little test drive. Alright, that's it. It's done. A little bit of cosmetic stuff going on here, but got that all welded up. That works working great. Rear brake's working great. Front brake's working great, not bleeding down. She's back together and will probably be for sale soon. So anyway, she's all done. If you guys like what I do on this channel, maybe consider subscribing, and every once in a while hit that like button for me. See you guys in the next one. Thanks.